Heidi here. I've been finding lots of good things recently. Every time I find something amazing, I think I can't possibly get any better than this. And then I find something equally amazing. So as you can read from the title, yes, I did find a Killstar item. It's in the pile here. I'll get to it when I get to it. I've just chucked everything in. Everything from the charity shops I bought in about maybe 4 or 5 different trips, about that. I only ever find a few items at a time. It's not like I go out and find all of this in one go. That's just not how it works. So I'll just get started. I actually went out today and I found these. They are just a pair of jeans. They were $4.99 and I got these because they are low rise, which I love, that's amazing. They are kind of this dirty looking white and I'm not 100% sure if I'll dye these yet or not. I did check and they are 98% cotton, so I have the option if I want to. But I do quite like a kind of grotty looking white, so I might leave them like this. I haven't decided yet. And they are a size 8. Another thing that I got today, this little shrug. It's got quite an interesting fabric. It kind of reminds me of maybe like a wetsuit slightly. Not quite as rubbery though, of course. 3/4 length sleeves, I think. And I liked the kind of structured look at the front. And it's by Black Butterfly. It's quite an interesting name. And it is a size 12, but looking at it, I think that'll definitely fit my shoulders nicely. And it was £4. This next item is not from a charity shop. I bought it on Depop and it was only £5 with a couple of pounds postage. And on the picture it looked like the metal was silver. Unfortunately it's not. It's this kind of brassy gold colour. And if it had been more brass then I would have been fine with it, but I don't like gold at all. And I was considering painting it silver with nail varnish, but then I thought actually painting these black would be much better. And it's just a size small, and don't know what that is. I can't remember if the seller said it was vintage or not. This next one is a very exciting find. Quite frankly, I still can't quite believe that I found this. It's amazing. So, look. It's a VNV Nation logo, for those that don't know, and they're a band. They're one of the bands that I really, really love. And I think this might have been DIY'd because the label inside says H&M divided. And I know that H&M have done a few band t-shirts in the past, like Guns N' Roses and things like that, but there's no way they would ever make something like this with the invitation on the front. So I am thinking someone transferred this on there. The top itself is really nice as well. It fits me really nice. Although it does have a bit of extra room in the front over my stomach, so I might take it in a bit. And the zip on the back is a little bit strange as well, because it zips the opposite way that things normally zip, so that's interesting. Yeah, and this was only £2.50 for this. Incredible. And next we have a slip dress, and I got this to go underneath the white nightgown that I bought a little while ago. I included it in my previous haul, so I got this to go underneath that. And this is quite old Marks and Spencer, if you can see that. I don't think it's old enough to be vintage, but definitely around the 10-year mark, I think. And it was $1.99, and it is slightly off-white, but you can't really notice, so I don't mind. It does say a UK 12, but it fits me really nicely around the bodice area. Ooh, this is another thing that I found today, and this was actually attached to a dress by these ribbons here, and I did ask if I could just separate the two and pay for this, but for some reason that wasn't feasible, even though, you know, literally just cut it and it's apart. But, you know, it's fine. And I did end up paying $7.95 for it because that's how much the dress was, and I absolutely had no interest in the dress. But yeah, I liked this enough to pay that much for it. And brand is Roman. I think they make quite nice things, and then it's a size 10, which is good for me. And here we have this lovely top. It is quite long. It's almost long enough to be a dress on me, but I will be cutting it to the right length for me. It's got these strips of fabric sewn in down here. I just really like that effect. And it's originally from Warehouse, and it was $3.50, size 10. Now this next item is my first ever purchase from Vinted. I downloaded it recently, and I'm going to start selling stuff on there instead of Depop, I think. And the main thing with that is that they don't have any seller fees. The buyer actually pays the fees, which I think is a much better way of doing it. So it's a Cyberdog collar. It was a size medium, so it's right down on the shortest setting, and I trimmed off the excess as well. And it's light up. We've got this flash, the fast one, and then a slow one, and just a constant. And I like this as well because even just off it looks really cool. And here I have another thing. Was it Vinted or Depop? Oh no, I can't remember. It was one or the other. I'll put on the screen which one because I can't quite remember at the moment. But it's this really nice halter neck crop top, and the poppers have pulled out of this side. It's an easy fix. I'll just put some hooks here. It's by the brand Incy Wincy Cyber, which I think is really cute. I like the labels on the outside. And this was, ooh, how much was this? I think about £5. Oh, and the collar was £10. So now we've just got more charity shop stuff left. And here we have this lovely top. It's completely see-through. I would imagine originally it had something to go underneath it, but yeah, it did say size 14 on it, and I did see this in the shop when I was looking around previously on a different occasion, and I was looking around again and it was still there, so I eyed it up a bit, and as I thought, it does actually fit really nicely, even though it's a size 14. It's got a really lovely neckline because it sits right on your shoulders. So because of that, I think I might put an insert in the front here so I don't have to wear anything separately underneath it because I don't want it to interfere with the neckline. I will be taking off the beads and sequins, and it's really, really soft mesh as well. And I really liked the texture of these applique strips. Yeah, the brand of this one is Per Una. This is another one that I'd already seen and didn't buy, and then saw it again and decided to get it, and I'm really, really happy that I got this one. It's just quite a simple jumper, well, maybe a really thin jumper slash long sleeve top, and it's got these mesh panels on the sleeves, which I love mesh details, sucker for that. And then I was unsure about the collar at first, which is why I didn't buy it the first time, but I have tried it on and it's not a really tight one. It just the way it sits is really nice and I actually like it. It kind of stands up on its own, and just the collar and the mesh bits, it looks really futuristic, which is something I like to go for a lot. It doesn't have a brand label or anything, but you know, that's fine. And it was just $3.50, size small apparently. And in true YouTuber style, I have kept you waiting for the Killstar thing. And here it is, finally. It's so pretty. So it's got all mesh up here with this collar that's got a bat wing edge to it, and it buttons up as well. I love how it's all mesh. It's just really stunning. It is a size medium, but that means it fits me really nicely on the shoulders, and it could do with being taken in a bit around the waist, but that'll be easy enough for me to do, so that's not a problem. And people in charity shops are doing their research these days, I can tell you, because this was actually $14.99. I had a bit of a moment deciding whether to buy this or not in the shop, especially as it was $14.99, because dresses are usually around the £6–7 mark. This I will mostly be wearing for more formal occasions rather than everyday wear. And there was actually another Killstar dress hanging next to it, and I was considering getting that, but then, you know, there were lots of leather or fake leather details on it, and it did look really cheap, the fake leather, and there was lace up it as well, and it was just that kind of like the strings you get in hoodies, like shoelaces. It looked really cheap, so I decided not to get that. But this one, love it. Last couple of clothing items, and here we have this sportswear top. If you saw my last charity shop haul, then you'll know where I'm going with this, but I just really love all of the details on this, and it can be styled in a way that looks really futuristic and cyber style, which is what I like to go for. So it's got these little reflective bits here and there on it, and then yes, it is pink. Yeah, I do like really bright pink, so yeah, I may have to get myself some pink side locks to go with it, because I do want to get more bright pink stuff, because I do quite like the look of pink side locks. I will definitely be cropping it because I want to get rid of the New Balance logo, which really gives it away as sportswear. It's completely this, I'm not sure what this is called, but it's got loads of those perforated holes for ventilation, and I'll have to see whether or not you can see through it. So this was £3, and it does say size small on this label here for some reason, because on the actual t-shirt itself it says size large, which was really annoying. I will be cropping this, probably not really short because there's this panel in the back that I don't want to mess up. Okay, last clothing item. I hope the lighting's still okay. It's fine. It's the try on part that actually counts. So I found this dress here, and it's actually quite smart looking. Like, if you just styled it in a kind of normal way, then it would look kind of like office wear. And it is actually a size extra small, which I don't tend to go for because usually extra small is too tight on my shoulders. But with this, it's fine on the shoulders, it's just the sleeves that are the issue. And they are really tight around the elbow, so when I bend my arm it really grips me. So with this I'm just going to open up the seam to the elbow so I can bend my arms comfortably, but I still have the length, and then I'll have a bit more interest with the split going on. And it's by Vila, because it's only got one L, Vila clothes, and it was £6.50. I forgot to show you this dress when I was going through everything. I got this most recently. I found it in a charity shop as well, but I was actually on holiday at the time, and it was quite a small seaside town. So I got this for £2, which is amazing. And it's by Miss 60, which I think it's vintage. It is a size medium, but it still fits me very nicely. The stars have actually got these dark blue circles behind them. It's got this kind of rubber lettering here. It just says Miss 60 in this font. And then we've just got a few accessories to finish off. First of all, we have this bracelet here. And I've been wanting some jewellery that's kind of a bit more fancy, and the necklace that I got as well, which I will show you in a second. It's got this charm at the end, which I don't think it really goes with the rest of the bracelet, but I'll just take that off. And it's got this little hook to fasten it. And this was £1.25. And then this necklace, I think, yep, this was £1.50. And as you can see, it's very similar style to the bracelet, and I'm pretty sure that they must have been donated by the same person. But I'll just compare. As you can see, they're a slightly different shape. I did put a bit of extra chain on this. I'm going to have to figure out a system with the chains so I can make it really short or much longer, depending on what I'm wearing it with. And finally we have just this belt here, and with this I'm planning to make it into a collar. This was just £1.50. As I've mentioned previously, I really like putting black and white together, and I'll just take this off. With this, I was actually really liking the eyelets here. So usually I would just use the buckle end and chop it off like about here, and then put some holes in, but with this I will be using this end instead, and then fastening a buckle on here so I can wear it like so. It does need a bit of tidying up, but that'll be easy enough to do. Okay, that was everything. I hope I don't sound too croaky. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you had a favourite item, let me know what it was. And I hope to see you in my next video.